There is a new detail about the London sequel that fans of the original Spanish film might not be expecting. The setting isn't just for show, it's the primary weapon being used to separate Noah and Nick. We might already know exactly how their relationship starts to crumble, and it involves a third party specifically hired to act as a wedge. This one detail points to a betrayal from within the family, which means Charlie and Nick's father are no longer just disapproving, they're active saboteurs. You are watching Screen Explain. Your Fault London is officially set for a June 2026 release on Prime Video. This happens because Amazon MGM Studios filmed the sequel back-to-back with the third installment, Our Fault London, throughout the latter half of 2025. This production choice ensures the chemistry between Asha Banks and Matthew Broome remains consistent as the story moves from the neon-lit races of the first movie into the prestigious, high-pressure environments of Oxford and central London. The disruption this season is the introduction of Sophia. Unlike the previous antagonist, Sophia isn't a threat from the streets. She is a polished, intellectual peer hired by Nick's parents to work alongside him during his law internship. This forces Nick into a world where Noah feels like an outsider. Because Nick is trying to prove he has moved past his bad boy image, he begins to hide the truth about his stressful new life from Noah. This removes the transparency that held them together, which leads to a massive curiosity gap. Who is Nick actually spending his nights with? This logic build leads directly to the Gala Night disaster. While the first film used racing as an escape, the sequel uses it as a trap. One idea leads to the next. Nick's commitment phobia triggers Noah's insecurity, which leads her back to her old friend Lion, who is facing financial ruin. To help him, Noah gets pulled back into the world of illegal deliveries. So now, while Nick is trying to go legitimate in the high society circles of London, Noah is sinking back into the criminal underworld he just escaped. A more likely outcome for this adaptation is that the London setting will play a larger role in the climax. Filming locations at Brasenose College, Oxford suggest that the intellectual divide between the characters will be the final breaking point. This is the obvious direction for a Year 2 story, but it feels too predictable. A more likely twist is that the character of Briar will move from a background friend to a primary antagonist, using her knowledge of Noah's past to blackmail the couple during a high-profile London wedding. This shift means the story is no longer about can they be together. It becomes will they destroy each other to stay together. The film will likely end on a devastating cliffhanger involving a pregnancy reveal or a total relocation, setting up the final chapter, Our Fault London. This ensures that the viewer isn't just watching a romance, but a slow-motion car crash of two people who aren't ready for the consequences of their own choices. So the question remains, when everyone you trust is paid to lie to you, how do you know what's real? Subscribe to Screen Explain for more.